Does anybody know any tricks or can do anything funny?
Yes.
We got like that roll the open thing. Anybody entertaining out here?
Just a little, but
All right, then just everybody say roll the open.
roll the open.
Awesome. Next time do something funny before you do it though.
Here we go.
Let's make it a good day.
Good Tiger. Give it up for Debbie Gibson, everyone.
We do it our own way.
Yes!
I'm gonna start crying and laughing so hard.
I did not do that. Melissa.
Now, here's Jason.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Jason Show. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Okay. Now, wait a minute. Y'all, you guys are talented. Nobody said anything funny in the lobby? Anyway. And also, let me tell you what just happened. I had something else I was going to say when I came out here. And I'm standing back there, and all of a sudden, I hear two very loud thuds. Like someone was hammering, and I thought, did somebody fall? Were the audience fighting with each other? Did someone hit each other? But no, it's Stephanie Hansen, a foodie queen. Are you pounding meat, or what are you doing over there? You're cutting cabbage. Okay, well, I mean, I cut cabbage a lot, and it's never that loud. Anyway, well, Hansen's on the show today, everybody. That's right. Plus, hopefully she'll get all that out of her system before we start. And also a docuseries you have to actually see to believe. That's all coming up. But right now, let's start the show. Hit it, Leo. Here we go. Woo. Audience, give it up for Kendall, everybody.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm groovy.
Are you groovy?
Yeah, you'll be happy to hear I took a little vitamin happy shot.
Oh, yeah, I
the
needed
show.
one of those. I know, we had a very contentious little meeting today. Our pre-show meeting was not contentious, but
No,
I think
it was
we were
just icy.
It was very icy. We were all, not all, I think we were, some of us were just in little moods, but we're feeling better, aren't we?
Uh-huh.
That's right, yeah.
Nobody worry, it's gonna be fine.
It's going to be just fine. Mm-hmm. It's going to be just fine. But, well, we're glad that you're here. Now, we were talking about something in that meeting that I realized is a kind of not a lightning point, but something relatable to folks, and that is drivers. And yesterday I was on Twitter, and I was looking at this thread talking about people not knowing how to drive properly here in Minnesota compared to other parts of the country, specifically when it comes to left lane drivers. Thank you. I had a feeling this audience would be with me today. Truly, look, there's a lot of bigger issues in the world right now, but I looked on Twitter yesterday and I thought, there was a term that I read that I thought, oh, this is perfect, and that's phantom bottleneck. Oh. Phantom bottleneck.
Okay.
And, parts of the crew are nodding their head. A phantom bottleneck is a traffic jam for no reason. Thank God this audience is good. They're all nodding their heads.
We do have those.
And I saw one person from Chicagoland, hi Chicago, and then I saw another person from LA, and they said the following. Now, this is a generality, but I think they said, look, Chicago and LA have worse traffic, but for some reason, we have worse traffic jams because what happens is people in the left lane get in the left lane and they just go 30 miles under the speed limit. And then if they would just look in their rearview mirror, they would see they have basically like a funeral procession behind them. They have like a caravan of cars.
That does happen.
That happens all the time. And then the second thing, and this happened to me yesterday and I wanted to scream. You're on the on-ramp to a highway. Thank you, row one. You're on the on-ramp to a highway. The highway's speed limit is 60 miles an hour.
Oh, yes.
And the person in front of you is merging onto that highway at about 17 miles an hour. Which is so dangerous because this is, in traffic people vernacular, you gotta find your pocket. You gotta merge. That's what the ramp is for, to accelerate, to match the speed of the highway. So for the love, I don't know what the DMV is teaching, but I gotta get a look at that booklet because something's wrong. Something is up. Do you see it?
Oh, all the time. I mean, on a personal level, I see
The
it
audience
too.
is saying yes too. I love it, yeah. It's fantastic. Anyway, I'm done now. Let's get to the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Let's get started. Woo. I have my spoon down there. The writer's strike is forcing Disney to make some major changes to its movie lineup. So here's the deal. This was the big news out of Hollywood yesterday. 2 Avengers movies are getting their release date pushed back by a year. The next one, it's called Kang Dynasty. I wish it was just Dynasty. But anyway, coming in 2026. Avatar 3 will also get pushed back a year to 2025. And sadly, we were supposed to get a new Star Wars movie in 2025, but now that won't happen until 2026. Most movie releases set for 2023 are still on the schedule because the movies are done. We'll start to see the effects of the writer's strike in the middle of next year. Now, there's lots of other Disney news as well. Mickey was very busy. Donald, Mickey, Pluto, they're in talks with an Oscar winner to direct another live-action movie, this time Bambi. So Sarah Polley, who won Best Adapted Screenplay for her film Women Talking, is said to be in the running to direct. The movie would be closer to the live-action Lion King with CGI-generated animals and not like The Little Mermaid, which went a little, Flounder was a little cartoony, but still lifelike.
Right.
I have to say, Bambi's my mother's favorite, so I'm going to tread lightly here. And Lion King. I don't know if we need a live-action Bambi.
Why not? It's one of the
Thank
oldest
you, middle
Disney
row.
movies. It's one of the oldest Disney movies. That would be the one that you'd be like, what does it look like?
I have
80
old
years
butter
later.
in my refrigerator. It doesn't mean it's good. Old, and I love, this is coming from me. I love this,
You don't love Bambi.
I do love Bambi. Don't get me in trouble with my mother, please. I love Bambi. I love Thumper. I love that little skunk. I love Flower. But I just don't think we need this.
Is it the death scene? It is a little extra.
Well, spoiler alert. Yeah.
Bambi's mom dies.
No, I was fine because like the wildebeest scene in Lion, I'm fine with that.
It's just the ice skating?
I just don't know if we need it. That's all. I just don't know. Now, look, if it's artistic and beautiful, maybe. I don't know. Now, on to movies that are actually happening within the next year. Next on the dish, Pixar dropped this teaser. I think you're going to like this, for Elio. It's about a boy taken to a new universe, and he pretends to be the leader of Earth. Look at this.
Hi, can you hear me?
Honey, now is a really bad time.
Okay. Bye. I love you. I love you. I love you. This is new. No. No. No, thank you! Whoa. Please state the name of your homeworld. Earth?
Welcome, leader of Earth. We are the United Advanced Species of the universe.
I think there's been a mistake.
You're not the leader of Earth?
Sorry for the mix-up.
Commence memory wipe.
No, wait! I am the leader of Earth.
Cute! Oh, that looks cute. That looks really good. Elio will debut in theaters next March. Again, see, we're going to be okay with movies with the writer's strike through about the middle of next year. And then if this continues, and I think it will, that's when we're going to start to see, we're not going to have a lot of movies. Pixar also released the trailer for its next short. This one follows Carl. Remember Carl from Up? It's called Carl's Date. Look at this.
Disney and Pixar invite you on a new adventure with Carl.
Made my nose get dead.
And Doug.
Miss Meyer likes me and wants to go out on a date. Huh? I don't know how to date. They're fun, right?
Fun is digging in the dirt and destroying your flowers.
Flowers. There's so much to do.
This is not fun at all.
You really don't teach old dogs new tricks.
I am old.
So cute. Carl will be in theaters. Actually, you'll see that this week. They're going to show it before the Disney Pixar film Elemental, which opens, which is getting great reviews. Not being sad, but that sounds like the late Ed Asner. Mm-hmm. I wonder if he voiced it. It doesn't sound like a new person. I think probably Ed voiced it years ago, because it does take years to make these movies, so it makes sense. And I was listening close. That's Mr. Grant. I don't think it's somebody else. Yeah. Right? Doesn't it sound like? Yeah, that sounds like Mr. Grant.
Well, no, shorts are only like 5 to 15 minutes long, so it wouldn't have taken him long to voice years ago.
You talk about Bambi's mom. There's some, Disney is famous for their sad scenes. There's Bambi's mom. There's Mufasa, and I don't know about you, but you know what I'm going to say. The beginning of Up is one of the happiest and saddest sequences Disney has ever done. Have you seen it?
I haven't watched it because I heard it was really sad.
You haven't seen Up?
Well, I don't like getting my heart broken by fake things.
But you like Bambi?
Yeah.
We have a lot more to come. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. You like Bambi? Welcome back. Welcome back. Watch What Happens Live was new last night. John Hamm and John Slattery were Andy's guests, and that is our late night rewind.
I'm curious for both of you, was there a time that you were going out for a lot of roles where there was one person that you would see auditioning for the same stuff? Like, was there one actor who was your biggest?
I used to see Will Arnett.
Okay.
Auditioning for commercials. Stephen Kay. Do you remember Steve Kay?
Yes.
He directs now. I don't know. Will Arnett I used to see all the time. Brad Whitford.
Yes. What about you, Ham?
I would, me and Ken Marino, it seemed like always went up for the same thing.
Okay.
The affable, kind of handsome enough, funny guy. Right. That was what we did.
All right.
He beat me out for a part on Roswell, and I've never forgiven him.
Yeah.
Commercials. Commercials I've mentioned this before, are so lucrative. People are like, oh, but my example that I give sometimes, Colin's uncle's friend was the grape in the Fruit of the Loom commercials, or he was the grape or the apple or something. And dude bought a really nice house being a grape for all the Fruit of the Loom underwear commercials. So I'm just saying, they make really good money in these commercials.
I did a couple before this job, commercial work and auditions, and one of them I think still lives on in Iowa. You can't see my face, but I'm arguing with my husband about the internet. They paid pretty well for that.
Really?
Yeah. They just, it was so weird.
Was it for an internet company?
I think so. I don't remember who the client was. I just got paid through my agency. But I went down to Iowa into a spec home, fake argued with my husband, and it was shot from like my mouth to like mid-thigh. So you can't see my face, but we're arguing about the internet. I think it's still on in Iowa.
Really?
Yeah. For real.
Hey, Iowa. If that Leo takes 7. Hold on a minute.
Just take my face out. Thank you.
Does this look familiar?
I was talking like this.
Right there. Does that look at all familiar to you?
I don't know. I don't know.
Iowa, they're thinking about that right now. Well, next in the dish, speaking of late night, remember when the late night shows were huge, like in the 90s, the big late night wars with Letterman and Leno? Well, they've been dark since the writer's strike began last month, obviously, but That's not stopping what I believe is an ill-timed press release talking about Stephen Colbert inking a new deal. So the top folks over at CBS have confirmed that Stephen has signed on for another 3 years. The Late Show has been riding high since 2016. The bigwigs also talked about James Corden's replacement. It's a game show called At Midnight. It used to be on Comedy Central. He called it a reverent comedy game show with stand-up comics and celebrities as guests, but they weren't able to sign up a head writer and a showrunner before the strike. So here's the thing. I don't begrudge Stephen Colbert because he's not in charge of CBS Communications, right. But maybe it's just me. I don't know if I would send a press release out saying that I'm signing a talent to a $bazillion deal when your company is being accused of not paying their writers well. I don't know, you know what I mean?
Bad look.
It's just not a great look.
No.
It's not a great look, and I'm just going to assume, I'm sure Stephen Colbert isn't probably happy at the timing of the press release.
I'm like, great.
Look, life goes on and deals will happen, but maybe they should have waited to, hey, Stephen's going to be making all the great, but maybe resolve the writers next. Speaking of shows, next in the dish, Pat Sajak's retirement news is just a few days old, and we knew this was going to happen. Already, the jockeying to take his place is underway, including this person who serves as the moderator of a show that you don't watch because you watch our show.
But, that's an interesting question. I mean, Jeopardy had its own succession crisis. Hopefully Wheels got an envelope somewhere that says what to do when Pat packs it in.
Whoopi wants the job. I want that job.
Well, now we figured it out.
I think it would be lots of fun.
And you know what?
Well, whoopster. Ooh, strong feelings. Yeah. Whoopi wants in, and she's apparently not the only one. The folks at Sony who own and produce Wheel are chatting with Ryan Seacrest.
Called it.
Kendall was right. Kendall called it yesterday. Remember, Sony is not great with transitions. They really messed up the Jeopardy transition after Alex Trebek passed away, settling on Ken Jennings and Mayim Bialik. So they're not great with these types of transitions. This is what I am wondering. What does the audience want in that show? Because, when The Price is Right lost Bob Barker,
yes,
people thought, oh, Drew Carey was an interesting choice because he was a comedian, he was an actor, he wasn't a master of ceremonies like Bob. But the Price is Right is flashier than Wheel of Fortune. I don't know if the host function on Wheel is the same as Price is Right. What I mean by that is you need someone a little demure because that host response is just to keep the show going.
Right.
The host isn't the star of that show. The contestants are, and I would argue Vanna is, really. I think Vanna, I really do mean that. I think Vanna is more important than the host. So I think the audience at that time for that show, they want an even-keeled person. Now look, Ryan is he's a master of live television, but come on, give somebody else one of those jobs, somebody different. He would be great.
They could they picked Pat Sajak was a weatherman out in LA when he got that job. And he famously said, listen, it was great working in local news out there because these decision makers are watching you every day. So they could pick someone that none of us know, just like they did with him, because it clearly worked last time. It could.
My contract is up next month. I'm just saying.
I could be Vanna if she wants to retire.
I'll miss you too. I'll miss you, buddy. I'll miss you too. But I'm up at the end of August. The timing works out real well. If Sony's watching, I can spin a wheel. You know what I mean?
And if Vanna wants to retire too, I come with him.
That's right.
Like really cheap.
You would make a great Vanna.
Really cheap.
Yes.
Really cheap. Just push the button.
Oh my God.
I get manicures.
It's a combo meal. A fish fillet and hush puppies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Eric, can you make us a little
Or
demo?
chicken planks. I didn't mean to call you hush puppies.
What?
You are chicken planks. Long John Silver's combo meal is what I'm talking about. Yeah. Oh, Sony, I'm telling you, we're available and we're kind of cheap.
Just saying.
We're cheap for the first contract, I'll say that. Next in the dish, let the ultimate girls trip begin. I saw this yesterday. Ramona Singer posted some photos to her Instagram. I'm really excited because this means that the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Roni edition has begun shooting. Sonia, there's Ramona, Kelly Kaloran, there's Kelly. Satchels of gold! And only people that watch Roni get that reference, but that's all right. I am more excited about this show than I've been about Housewives in a very long time because this is the cast we want. Mm-hmm. These are the OGs. I want to see them partying and going bananas in St. Bart's.
And isn't this Scary Island too?
This is Scary Island.
Okay.
Yeah, this is they're returning, I believe, to Scary Island, where still one of the best pieces of reality TV. We don't have a premiere date, but it'll be on Peacock. Next in the dish, Shawn Mendes is confused as he approaches. I'm just saying this is what he said. As he approaches his 25th birthday. Weren't we all confused at 25?
Right. Just saying.
I mean, I really was confused. In a recent interview, I was still dating women at that point, I think. Yeah. No, I was out by then. In a recent interview, Shawn says he's in a confused place, but knows there are people in his life who he deeply loves. He says over the last year or so, he struggled in the studio to find his voice. Shawn has been on and off again with Camila Cabello, and right now the two are the off switch is on. So I'm going to come at this probably from a surprising way.
Oh, please.
I mean this. I'm not being glib because I don't like to joke about stuff like this. I did it a couple times and I'm like, it's not right. I don't know if I was Shawn, if I would use the word confused in this era because all the internet people are going to make assumptions and talk about his relationship and his sexuality and this. It just puts, when you make a statement like that and when you put that into a vacuum, people fill it with whatever they want and they project stuff onto it. So I feel bad for the kid because that's the last thing he needs is everyone going, what? Well, what do you mean by confused? They're going to Jessica Fletcher this up. That's a Murder, She Wrote reference, everybody. But yeah, you know what I mean? And then he's going to have to answer more personal questions, which he doesn't want. He wants to focus on his mental health.
And genuinely, I mean, to your point, but for real, wasn't everyone confused about life at 25? You're kind of like, okay, for me, I'd been out of college for 3 years. You're working. You're like, is this what real life is like?
Yeah.
Is this what adulthood is like?
Well, quarter life crisis. My friend Alexis from the radio show talks about it frequently. She and I was with her when she was 25. I'm 7 years older than Alexis. I was in my 30s. But she talked about a quarter life crisis. I did not have that. I had a 29-year-old crisis.
But close.
29 was real. I was like, what the hell is this?
Life?
And I'm feeling it now, almost at 49. I'm just telling you. But yeah.
Midlife.
Yeah.
Quarter life, midlife.
Yeah.
Isn't it fun?
I just realized that, oh, God, I'm going to be 49 in 2 months.
And
That just hit me like
it's gonna be great.
What? Yeah, I know. I'm 1 year closer to 50. I'm excited about my 50s.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, Oprah and Tina Turner like their 50s. You know what I mean? And I trust both of them. Anyway, time to meet our first JVIP of the week. Today, it's Tracy Gakin from Vandus Heights, Minnesota. She wrote to us. She loves how positive the show is, and she says, all the staff, we feel like family. Tracy says she can't come away from watching the show without feeling pure joy. Well, that makes us happy. She always counts on us to lift her spirit and make her laugh. Tracy's going to get a Jason Show mug. She's also entered to win the monthly grand prize. That includes being a VIP guest in the audience, a $150 gift card to Becker Furniture World, and a $150 gift card to the Institute of Advanced Aesthetics. We're going to take a break. Stephanie Hansen and more when we return. Back after this. Coming up in just a little bit, she's our foodie queen. Stephanie Hansen is here with some great fixins for Father's Day. Then it is the docuseries almost 10.5 million people are watching.
You're gonna get the truth. You might not like the truth.
The Curious Case of Natalia Grace. Oh my goodness. That and more when we come back. Well, looky who's here. Well, it is time to get that grill fired up for Father's Day. And our first guest today has the perfect slaw to go with everything. Give it up for our foodie queen, Stephanie Hansen.
Okay, both our dads are dead, but if yours is alive, you want to make him some
Probably the best start to a segment ever.
You know.
Welcome to our Father's Day segment. You're looking at two people
you're
whose
alive,
dads are
you're
dead.
doing better than most.
Yeah.
All right, well, I know. It was kind of.
I mean, it's a factual thing. Yeah.
We're factual here. We deal in facts.
Uh-huh.
So we're making a slaw that you can serve with like grilled chicken, grilled salmon, grilled ribs, grilled meat, any of the proteins you want, or I'll show you a different thing that we can do with it where you can serve it with no protein. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead. Do you know how to cut a cabbage? Because you were making fun of me at the start of the show.
Well, I think the studio audience is with me. I was making fun of you. I was making fun of you because it sounded like you were opening coconuts out here. I mean, so yeah, I don't know.
What I do is I go like this, and then I just thwack, thwack, thwack until it cuts through. We do have a chef in the audience, and he is horrified at my knife skills, and rightly so. I am a home chef. I've never had chef training. Perhaps that should be a segment that we do on the show. How about that?
Okay, but what are you doing? So how are you?
I'm cutting out the core of the cabbage, because when you cut red cabbage, which is how we're going to make our slaw, you don't really want that part.
No.
It's a little tough. It's not going to kill anybody. You can still eat it, but I just don't love it.
Okay.
So then I'm going to cut this in quarters because it makes it easier. And we're just going to make really thin shreds.
Okay.
Notice my purple nail polish I wore for the occasion. Yeah, don't think I don't think about you.
You thought of everything.
Okay, so we've got all of our slaw in here, right? We are going to add matchstick peppers, so it's going to be real pretty.
Peppers and coleslaw?
Yes.
Okay.
It's delicious.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm going to go. I shouldn't have said it like that. Oh, peppers and coleslaw.
Cilantro.
Yeah.
Here's the secret ingredient, mint. You know how you have those Thai salads and they have such beautiful flavoring to them?
Yeah.
It's because of the mint. So we've got all of that in our bowl, and now we're going to make our dressing.
Okay.
Now we're gonna I have a measuring, but I like to eyeball. So we're gonna do 4 tablespoons of olive oil.
Okay.
Jason, do you ever use sesame oil?
I do sometimes. I actually just made sesame broccoli.
Oh, yum. Did you roast it and then have a little vinaigrette?
Sure. That's exactly what I did, Steph.
Sesame oil smells just like sesame peanut butter. It's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
So that's going to give us a lot of flavor in that oil. We've got some rice wine vinegar. We're going to use about a 1/4 cup.
Again,
you need a lot
Stephanie's
of dressing.
Guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need a lot of dressing on this slaw because
it gets dry.
Yeah, and you just want a lot of flavor. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to show you a weird little hack. You ready for it?
I am ready.
Hanson hack
Hanson
time.
hack. Here we go. What are you doing?
I need to use honey, so I'm just going to spray my bowl, and I need about 3 or 4 tablespoons of honey. So I'm just going to use my little honey boy here. I guess he's not a boy, he's a bear.
Yeah.
And
he
watch.
could be a boy bear.
It'll just slide right out. Oh, I need to put it in here. Almost made a fatal error.
So the non-stick spray.
Yeah, helps it slide right out versus it's stuck in your bowl.
Oh, that's a nice little Hanson hack.
Little Hanson hack.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to add a little soy sauce. Some grated clove, or grated garlic, not clove. All right, here's how I do, my microplane.
Yeah, Steph loves her microplane, yeah.
It's the tool of life.
It is.
We're gonna add a little ginger. Now, I like to use fresh ginger, and you can microplane ginger too. I don't know if you know that, but it's very easy to do.
Okay.
So you'd freeze it, and then you can just leave it in the freezer, so whenever you need it, you just microplane a little hunk.
Okay.
So that's a good hack.
That's a good little hack.
We're gonna do a little lemon zest. Lime zest.
Okay. Inside, you don't have to right in the.
I'm just doing it right inside my salad here.
Okay.
I'm gonna zest the whole lime. I called it a lemon, didn't I?
Yeah,
Thank you,
lime.
ladies.
Yeah.
All right, and then watch this hack. Whoops.
That's all right.
Another hack, you guys. I just learned this trick. I have always been juicing my limes by putting this in the little cradle and going like that.
Yeah.
That's wrong. Mind blowing. You turn it upside down.
Yeah.
Why they make it look like you're supposed to set that in there, I don't know. But ready?
Yeah.
You get more juice by doing it the opposite way.
Oh, I guess.
Who knew? I had no idea.
I actually did.
You knew.
Yeah,
You're
because I make
impressive.
I make my own version of the skinny girl margarita. So we go through a lot of limes.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Someone saw me do it on TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay, little red pepper flakes, little salt. I think we got everything all in here.
I was gonna say the thing that takes the most time is the dressing. It looks like.
And just you have to.
No, I'm not being. I'm just saying that's the. Okay, shake it up. Oh, wow.
Shake, 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 shake your booty.
It's beautiful.
Shake your booty.
This is my friend, everybody. This is my
dance a
friend.
lot.
Okay.
So here we go. We're just gonna dress our salad. Now, I try to use half the dressing at first just to get it going a little bit. And then if it feels dry, I'll add more.
Okay.
Now, if your family likes edamame, if you wanna add peas, let's say you are really excited about sesame seeds or wonton crisps, you could make this all different kinds of ways.
I like edamame. I would absolutely put edamame.
How about
in that.
mandarin oranges?
Nope, not a fan.
Some people like
nope,
that.
Not a fan.
You're gonna top
Too
it
sweet.
with
You know
some
what?
peanuts?
Too sweet. I don't need what?
Peanuts.
I love peanuts.
You could
all
also
day,
use
every day.
Sunflower seeds.
Okay.
You could use any kind of nut you want, cashews.
Okay.
You could use those spicy cashews with the sesame seeds on them from Trader Joe's.
Because
That
we
would
want
be good.
texture.
Yeah, so that's it. But this salad, you guys, will sit all day. Like, so you'll put it in the refrigerator, but it's not gonna be weird with the mayonnaise. It's not gonna get all soggy. It literally holds up. I have served this 5 days after I've made it, and I still had a good hefty crunch.
Oh.
So it's great for large groups. If you're like having a cabin weekend, you make it on a Friday, you can still eat it on a Sunday.
We have more with Steph. She's going to be answering your food questions a little bit later in the show. I'm going to try this and more. Stay with us. Back right after these messages. Okay, I want to try. Welcome back, friends. Welcome back. It is the newest hit show on Max. It used to be HBO Max, now it's Max. It is a docuseries about Natalia Grace, and it comes to us from Investigation Discovery, ID, my mom's favorite. She was allegedly 6 years old when she was adopted from Ukraine, but that might not be exactly true. Since it premiered May 29th, more than 10 million people have watched it, including me. I'm actually pretty obsessed at this point. Here's a look at the trailer.
You're gonna get the truth. I will pre-warn you, you might not like the truth. We were in a very tight-knit family. April 26th, 2010, that's the day that we adopted Natalia. We had no idea what we were dealing with. She's not 6.
She was an adult. You could just tell. I'm like, whoa.
Natalia was told her new birthday at the orphanage in Ukraine.
She threatened to stab my sons.
I definitely didn't feel safe around Natalia.
You've adopted a kid and now they're trying to kill you. I mean, it's the stuff of a horror movie.
She tried to poison and kill my wife. One night, I opened my eyes and Natalia is standing at the foot of the bed with a knife in her hand.
But is that true? Audience, I gotta tell you, this is wackadoodle, nutter butter, wackadoodle crazy. I mean, it really is. Every character in here, it's like 6 episodes long. I don't know who to believe. At one moment, you believe the parents. At the other moment, you think Natalia, the little girl, maybe adult, is up to something. Every episode, you kind of change. Right off the bat, you think, oh my goodness, because, and I'm going to be careful saying this, or, we are morning television, they allegedly realized something was up because first of all, they adopted her from this strip mall, which, I mean, I am not joking.
For real.
There was
Show
like,
video
right?
of it. Yes.
He was like, there was like an abandoned gymboree and then this converted room. And I'm like, right away, really? And then they get her home. And they went to give her a bath. And she's supposed to be 6. This is how I'm going to say this. She had body hair. And front row just passed out. Everybody in the front row is like, why did we come Thursday? I was told when I signed up for the Jason Show, I was told there would be no talk of body hair. Anyway, so that is just the beginning. And then at the end, you're like, wait a minute. The parents are, the dad, I don't even know what to say about the dad. All I know is there's twists and turns in every episode. And if she does look familiar, she was interviewed by Dr. Phil a couple seasons ago. And you are really questioning the whole time, is she 6? Was she 6?
Right.
Well, is she in her 20s? You watched it.
I wasn't going to watch it. Jordan was watching it, and I just got sucked in. I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
And you don't know if you're mad at her, you're mad at the parents, you're mad at the orphanage. Like, who's the freak here that's lying about all of this?
My friend Alexis from the radio show, she had finished all of them, and she told me this morning that the last episode, the last 6 seconds, changes everything.
What?
Like, everything you thought changes like in the last 6 seconds. So now you know me. All I want to do now is fast forward to the last episode, but I'm not going to, but watch with us. It's called The Curious Case of Natalia Grace. It's on Max right now. Mom, if you're watching, stop watching this show and go watch that one. I'm just telling you, I love you. Yeah. You'll love it, Mom. We'll be right back. Hanson's answering your food questions when we return. Back in a moment. Which episode are you on? Oh. But, you know, might be true. Anyway, welcome back. We're here with my buddy Stephanie Hansen, and now she's answering your questions in our Ask Stephanie segment. First up is Deb. Hi, Deb. She emailed us with this question. Hey, Stephanie, why does potato salad or anything else that uses mayo turn watery overnight? I have tried chilling potatoes, eggs, and onions overnight and then adding mayo. Thank you in advance.
It is an inevitable fact that when you boil something in water, it's going to release that water when it sits overnight. So one thing you could try with potato salad is to steam the potatoes. There'd be a little less water content in there. That's hard to do with macaroni. So if you're doing like a macaroni salad, make sure you rely on the al dente side of things because it's gonna absorb and release that water. And a little water is fine. You can either dump it out or just stir it back in, and it's fine. It doesn't mean that your salad's bad. It just means it's maybe a little watery. You can also put a little paper towel wad in there and like tip your bowl so that the water goes into the paper towel, and then take that paper towel out, stir it up, and serve it.
That's
not an official
No, I like that though. No.
It does work.
Next up is Travis. What's up, Travis? Stephanie, the rhubarb is going insane in my garden. How long do I have to harvest it?
I'm so glad you asked this question, Travis. It's the best when you harvest it right away. And those red stalks are so fresh and juicy. But you can harvest rhubarb throughout the summer, and you just want to make sure that you're leaving a third of the plant intact. Because if you take more than that, it doesn't have enough energy to regrow for the next year. But we're still making, I have 3 different patches I'm picking from.
Because you're harvesting your own rhubarb.
I am, and I've made a ton of rhubarb syrup. We're making our rhubarb bars. I'm making rhubarb pies. Rhubarb.
Yeah. Is it abundant?
It is abundant. But I'm getting to the point now where I have to be careful of my patches because I can't overpick them. Don't overpick your patch. Say that 3 times fast.
Great words to live by, Steph. That's right. Listen to Aunt Steph, kids. Steph, ironically, asked Steph. I bought a ton of strawberries because they're so cheap right now. What are some easy and delicious ways to use them besides strawberry pie?
Okay, 3 things. Strawberry salads, just, make a fresh strawberry salad, add a little mozzarella, a little goat cheese, some nuts, whatever your spring green is, toss it up, balsamic vinaigrette. Second thing, compote. Take those strawberries, add sugar, put it in a skillet and let it get so that it releases its juices, and then you can freeze that in 1 cup portions. So you have that for cheesecake desserts, you have that for ice cream, you have that for making fresh malts. You have it all year round.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
Okay, third thing. There was just a recipe in the New York Times that I was dying to try, and I'm hoping to maybe try it on the show still. It's
You can do whatever you want.
drop biscuit for strawberry shortcake, but it has roasted strawberries in the biscuit batter. So should I make that and bring it on the show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do that because it's just, like, who can resist a biscuit with like big chunks of strawberries sticking out of it, and then you'd slice it with your whipped cream and your strawberry compote?
Listen, lady, there's only one person making biscuits on this show.
These are not your kind of biscuits.
They're drop biscuits, yeah.
I'm not good at your kind of biscuits because I do drop biscuits.
Yeah,
So
drop biscuits
super
are
easy.
very different.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
That's a good idea, but can I give you advice on that one?
Please.
The same thing with the watery, you got to get rid of the moisture as much as you can out of the whatever you're mixing with the biscuit dough, because it will affect the rise of the biscuit. Trust me when I say that.
Okay, that's why this recipe I think is so cool because it roasts the strawberries.
Yep. It's a good idea.
That's a tip.
Next is Gerard. Hi, Gerard. Hey, Steph, I'm a single guy in my 30s. I no longer have roommates. Steph, I think you're going to be asked out on a date here.
I might go out with him. I'm feeling bad for him.
Yeah, I no longer have roommates, but now I'm faced with questions I've never had before. Like, when I make spaghetti, I only use a third or half of the sauce. How long is the other half good for?
Okay, 2 things. When you open your spaghetti, take the leftovers and just portion it out in however much you're gonna use and then freeze that. Because I freeze everything. So
you do.
That's the start. But if you haven't frozen it, this is not a scientific answer, but tomato has a lot of acid in it. If there's no mold on the top, you can use it. And even if there is mold, I've scraped it off and used it too. Now, I have. I'm not a doctor and I'm not advising you to do any unscientific things. You guys, our moms ate everything. We had 4 kids. Our mom would scrape the cheese off and go, "Here, kid, eat it." Right in front of us, and we would. I don't pay attention to sell-by dates. I'm terrible about that. You come to my house, you're not gonna get sick, I promise.
Leo, take 5, please. All emails to stephaniesdish.com.
That's true.
Yeah. No, I get it. Look, yeah.
It's an acidic-based product.
I know.
It can go way longer than you think.
I know. It's just I just talked about this. I'm a person who, even if it's a day past the expiration date, gone.
Oh, you guys,
it freaks me out.
Those are suggestions. They're not based in science.
Don't say that out loud.
It's true.
Because my mom is with me. My mother-in-law will eat it until it grows a tail
All
and
our
legs.
moms did because they didn't have expiration
I am
dates
not
in the
joking.
day. Absolutely.
Cheese will grow a tail and eyeballs, and she'll chop off the eyes and eat it.
100% I'm with your mother-in-law.
No,
on that.
I'm with my mom. Nope, it's gone. Expiration date, out. Stephanie, I'm sorry. For all things Stephanie, go to stephaniesdish.com. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. Yeah, I know. Actually, I think my mom is like that too. It is time for the world's shortest segment. Good news if you've watched food shows on Netflix and you start craving what they're making, Netflix will soon give people a chance to try the dishes from some of its popular shows. Netflix Bites will soon open in Los Angeles. Chefs from shows like Is It Cake and Chef's Table will create the dishes. This is a pop-up restaurant. It's going to open June 30th. It's not clear yet how long that will stick around. That is a really good idea. I'm saying they need to do a tour of that, actually. You can have that idea for free, Netflix. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. My stars right there. Welcome back. Hey, don't forget, we have spots available this weekend next. Be a part of our show. We always have a great time here in the summer. If you want tickets to our show, go to eventbrite.com and search for The Jason Show. Stephanie, you okay over there? Okay, just making sure. The chopping continues. Search for The Jason Show, pick a date. They'll send you a reminder and only pick a day.
Where you can actually make it.
That's right. Tomorrow, the Thrifty Traveler is back with the hottest travel deals of the season. But right now, that's going to do it for us. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.